There are several things you should consider when thinking about an architect's salary, and through Architect US experience, we've put together 8 salary negotiation tips for you to take into consideration in your next battle. We already mentioned in previous episodes that depending on the location of the company, the size, and the current job market in that city, the salary range can vary from company to company, even if it's the same exact position, right? So it's very important that you are aware of these negotiation tips before jumping into a salary negotiation. So let's do this. Tip number 1, believe in yourself. First things first, always. So if you want someone to see you as the perfect fit, you must be confident about being the perfect fit. I'm not talking about being haughty, obviously. What I mean is that you just have to trust the work that you have done and be proud of your portfolio and career to date. That will really show where you are presenting yourself and walking them through your work. So if you want your salary to be higher, be proud of your work, show enthusiasm in your projects, and let your confidence truly tell the value that you can bring to the company. If you believe in yourself, your performance will merit a higher salary for sure. Tip number 2, collaborate. Always approach a salary negotiation being open-minded and treating it as a collaborative decision. Yes, it is a collaborative process and a unique opportunity for you to be compensated as much as possible. So establish a sense that is a win-win, a real benefit for both you and for the company. Tip number 3, avoid oversharing. While you may think that sharing what you have made in the past or what you expect to earn now is not a part of salary negotiation, in reality, it really is. By disclosing numbers, you can potentially make things more difficult for yourself later on because it can box you in, right? So if you let them know what you used to earn or what you expect to earn, their offer is very likely to be tied to those numbers. So be careful. What we always recommend is stating when you ask for your current salary or for your salary expectations is that you would expect just a salary commensurate with your work experience and career to date. And if they still insist to get a number, try to avoid round numbers and go for a range better. This way, you will be leaving the ball in their court by inferring that you expect what they think is fair for someone with your profile and experience. Tip number 4, be patient. Do not put the cart before the horse and try to leave negotiations for the very end. So the more time you allow yourself to demonstrate your capabilities and show off your talent, the more likely you are in getting a higher salary. So be patient and show off your skills first. This is like trying to get a date with someone. You would never say, hey, it's Pati, do you want to go out for dinner this Saturday? Instead, you will build a relationship, right? With that person, exchange experiences, interests, concerns, I don't know. Try to build a net around them is when you make the suggestion, right? So same here. I don't really remember how dating works anymore, but you get my point. Tip number 5, present your case. This is very important, okay? Avoid using financial struggles as a bargaining chip to negotiate a higher salary. It is not professional, and although we understand it can be very frustrating, especially when you're going through difficult financial times, you have to make a compelling argument on why you deserve X salary through your hard work and skills, not for your suffering. Tip number 6, research the current job market. It's very, very important that you know the current job market in your area and what others in your position are making. I know that there are sites where you can see the salary average for a job title, a specific city, or even a company, but I'm not really a big fan of these types of platforms, to be honest, because we've seen in Architect US that they have been incorrect many, many times and lead to interactions with firms that are based on incorrect numbers. So it's better that you find out what your friends or other contacts in the company are making in that position you're looking to fill. And even, I don't know, if you don't have those connections, try to establish them through LinkedIn or, someone in common that you have with that contact. Tip number 7, take your time. Once you've received an initial offer, you don't need to accept or reject at the moment, right? It is understandable that you may want to take some time to decide and talk with your family about the big move, but please, the key thing here is that you make sure you respond to the offer email by thanking, the firm for the opportunity and letting them know that you need just some time. By responding in a timely manner with your current situation, you show the firm your interest first in working with them, but also you let them know that you like to take some time to make the decision. Fair enough. But do never take more than 48 hours, to decide. You'll be putting the position at risk. So you first email back, just thinking, and then letting them know that you're gonna take just a day or two to think about it and then respond. Do not wait like 3 days or like a week. No. And tip number 8, be careful. If you are in a real need for the job and the position is good, be careful rejecting an offer as a weird strategy to get a better, offer or something like that. That is why we mentioned the previous step. Take your time to make the right move, because there's a risk that the employer may accept your declining the position and move on to the next candidate. Well, I really hope you find these tips useful and you're ready to negotiate a higher salary in your next position. So if you enjoy these tips and you want to get more recommendations on a weekly basis, don't forget to subscribe and follow our Being an Architect podcast to get these weekly doses of career tools and resources. See you next week.